I am Jo Fuller, and I am a member of the board here at BCP. With me is Ashli Acevedo-Spell, who is the director for our first production of the year, 9 to 5. Ashli, we've been together for several productions, going back 7 or 8 years, but you know, we're so busy we never have time to really talk. So I've got some things that I'd like to know about you.
Absolutely.
First of all, how did you start in theater?
So I started in Community when I was in 8th grade, I think, 8th or 9th grade. In My Fair Lady, I remember watching the directors and the choreographers and the stage managers and thinking, I don't know why I'm doing this, that's what I want to do. It just seemed like so much fun to me. I think I did maybe one more show after that, and then graduated high school and moved off and had a family. And when my daughter, we moved back to this area, my daughter decided that she wanted to start doing theater, and so we moved back and she started in Community, and I was here with her all the time. And then she wanted to do a grown-up show, so she did The King and I, and that's when it started. I worked backstage on The King and I just because I was here and didn't want to drive all the way home. And then the very next show was My Fair Lady, and I was the assistant stage manager for that.
That's really interesting. When you were looking around at all the jobs, what is it about being a director that really captured your heart?
So I don't know so much that at first the director was what captured me. I like the chaos of putting it together. I liked seeing that, especially when I was a kid, these grown-ups took this ragtag bunch of hellions and managed to make all of these kids from different backgrounds and different talents and different, some of them were just incredibly talented, and some of us were just kind of there because we wanted to have fun, and we were wild and we were crazy and we were loud, and how they took all of this and a blank stage and this book and they said here, and at the end of it we had this magic that happened, and that was really cool to me. The work on stage was fun. That was really fun, and I loved it. I would love to get back on stage at some point, but it was just cool to see kind of the way it all was made, and everybody had their hands and everybody had a job. When I was approached to direct my first show, my thought was, it's a little less responsibility, but I get to be more creative because as a stage manager, you're still doing whatever it is that the director is telling you to do. You're still making someone else's vision come to life, and as a director, I get to look at it, know what the story is, but I get to decide what that's going to look like when we're done. And it's just fun. It's just fun.
Well, I have personally seen your creativity at work, and you do look like you're having a good time. Even if you get frustrated with something, you're still you're still doing something that makes your heart happy.
It does, yeah.
What about 9 to 5 drew you to that play that you wanted to be the director for?
So the theme for the year, when we were kind of talking about that, and John and Freddie gave us the theme for the year, was women's empowerment. And then he came forward with the script for 9 to 5, and I mean, it's iconic. Who doesn't know? I mean, you hear the fingernails clacking, and you know what's happening. You sing it, people say it, it's a joke, it's a lifestyle, we all do it. And then I can remember, watching the movie, and just thinking, it's hysterical, it is funny, it's a ragtag bunch of girls in this office out to get the bad guy, and the bad guy is just the man trying to keep him down, and it is incredibly empowering. It's disguised in slapstick and silliness, and but ultimately it's just about the empowerment, and and who doesn't want to play around with some Dolly stuff?
Mm-hmm. It's great music.
It
is
really
good music. And I agree. I was 20 when that movie came out. So I was really at a point in my life where I was stepping into into being an adult as a woman and fighting against the prejudices and being a part of that woman's music, movement.
And I think it's great to be able to see, we've got a long way to go, but we've come so far. So the things that are the themes in it and the things that the characters deal with, while we don't deal with them to the degree that they're dealing with them, right? Because it is just fiction. Those are things that did happen, and there's still things that happen, but we can still see the progression and how much further we've come, and that, we talk a lot and when we talk to women about empowering us to break that glass ceiling. And I think, yes, it's a movie, and yes, it's a musical, and yes, it's full of funny and great music, and we're going to be dancing, and there's going to be moving parts, but it's, we can break that glass ceiling, and we do it every day. So it was a great pick for us this season, and I was excited to be asked to do it.
Well, I think I can say for both of us that we're really glad that you're here tonight, and we hope that you enjoy our production.